Lucilius is around the corner, or maybe he's already here depending on when you're watching this. Either way, I want to share with you how I've been preparing to fight him to have the highest chance of defeating him without struggling too much. Why don't we go over his first Paradise Loss, shall we? The fight starts off with a Paradise Loss, and as you can see, the first mechanic is already given to us. If we look closely, the pink lines coming from him will indicate which side and the order the laser will fire off. The far right has the longest line followed by the center and then the left. If you miss the tell in the heat of battle, then there is a shimmer on the ground to the edge of the arena closest to him. At the same time, ground AoEs will spawn under you and you must dodge them. They seem to explode the same time the second laser fires, meaning you have very little time to adjust. The way I would handle this mechanic is by baiting the ground AoEs in front of 3 and then dodge to 2. Or go to the back of 2 and 4 and then move forward. We can then see the captain takes 29,650 damage, which was from a laser, because if we go back a few seconds, we can see the party took 40,431 damage from the ground AoE. This means either the lasers ripple back from the original order, which is 3, 2, 1, or there were other lasers at the left side of the arena that we couldn't see. I'm gonna guess that there was lasers on the other side because there was a shimmer over here, and the captain is now in the second column, which would have been safe if they did ripple back. This means you'll need to have those peepers open, as Yodara would say, so you could see all the mechanics that are happening and dodge accordingly. If I had to guess, the correct order of operations is to bait the ground AoEs in a bad spot, dodge the laser into the safe spot, bait the lasers again into a bad spot, and then dodge those new lasers. So it would look something like this. I know that was a lot to take in just for a few seconds of a clip, and I expect a lot more fun mechanics just like that at the same pace. So if you enjoyed this breakdown and you want a full version of this when the Lucilius fight comes out, then consider subscribing to see more. Now on to things that you could prepare for this brutal fight. I want to talk about some sigils I rarely use in the game that might be relevant for this fight. Overdrive Assassin is up first. While most fights can be beaten in less than 5 minutes nowadays, when I was progressing, I remember Bahama Versa had almost 90% uptime in Overdrive. This means we were dealing 30% less damage for a vast majority of the fight. I can see Lucilius being the same, and this will help us out, especially since he's level 200. I looked up how the mobile endgame fight worked, and defense down was a big factor in being able to do the maximum damage, since without it they wouldn't hit damage cap, and I could see history repeating itself over here. Our next sigil is Stronghold, which is unique to Curios. This gives us 23% defense at level 16 if we're at max HP, which will help us survive a one-shot attack, just like we saw with the puddles. I highly recommend you get as much HP as you can without surpassing 45,000 to still activate your Terminus weapon. Aegis or Craft Vestment Returns is a great option to get there. If you find yourself slightly above 45k, then just go to the blacksmith and remove some Mirage munitions. I know I completely forgot about this, as I put 99 very early in my endgame progression, and I just took these for granted. The mobile game also had Lucilius sealing away the player's skills, and besides the evil Black Room fight, I don't recall skill sealing being a thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if it returns to Relink, so try and get 2 of these to become immune to it. If you thought that was bad, he also prevented the players from using their Skybound arts, so having 2 of these in your back pocket is a good idea. If you don't have 2 for either skill or SBA seal, then consider running Potent Greens with Potion Hoarder. This is also an exclusive sigil to the Curios. Every time you use a green potion, it will heal you of all debuffs. Hopefully you found this little prep guide useful, and if you're wondering why I didn't go over which characters you should bring, it's because I already did a whole video on that, and it'll be right over here. And if you want a full build, then consider checking out this video right here, as I go over step by step on how to build optimal damage while freeing up sigil slots so you could put these techs in. Until the next video, I'll see ya.